All right, Quinn Ewers, former five-star number one overall prospect in the 2021 class, is transferring from Ohio State. I'm going to break down this story. It's absolutely a crazy story if you don't know it, as well as share my feelings on this whole situation because I got a lot of them. But if you could first like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily news update videos, I'd really appreciate it. All right, so Quinn Ewers, five-star quarterback, number one overall prospect in the 2022 class, caused a bunch of controversy this offseason, deciding to reclassify and skip out on his senior season of high school football to go to Ohio State early to cash in on this NIL money that just came legal this past offseason.
Show me the money.
And it was a bold move. A lot of people questioned it. I personally questioned it. I hated the move, honestly. And now look at him. He's leaving Ohio State. He's looking to come back to the state of Texas where he played high school ball to play college football. Honestly, it was a tough move. The whole situation is crazy. He skipped out his senior season, got over $1 million as a 17-year-old kid, which is even risky. But I don't think he necessarily needed it. He comes from a wealthy family. South Lake's kind of a rich area in Texas. Played at the top program in the state of Texas. His head coach, Riley Dodge, former Division I quarterback, whose dad is Todd Dodge, famous high school football coach, also coached college ball. So he just missed out an entire year of playing and getting a plethora of knowledge. And that's the most important part at this age when you're a young quarterback. You got to get reps. You got to get snaps just to cash in on some money. I mean, yeah, he avoided the risk of possible injury, but gosh, honestly, the odds are so low that he's going to receive a significant injury that's going to hurt his stock. I think this money personally would have been sitting for him this offseason. Now he's burned his red shirt, going to use his red shirt this year. He took 2 snaps this year and they were 2 handoffs, so he didn't really play. I can't imagine he got much practice at Ohio State. They have a plethora of 5-star quarterbacks on the roster, so he was 4th on the depth chart. So really just a wasted year. Spent a year learning a system he's not going to use. He has to learn a whole new system. He's starting over fresh. I can't imagine he's going to be an early enrollee unless he already has a school picked out. So he's already going to be behind the 8 ball. I can imagine he wants to play this year. You can't really go 2 years without playing quarterback without really hurting your stock, especially at this young age. And yeah, now, some saying it was 4D chess move. You're not allowed to give high school students NIL money in the state of Texas. So he went to college outside the state of Texas, cashed that $1 million check, and now is coming back to play college ball at Texas. I don't agree with this. He's slightly used goods now. I mean, there was all this shine and luster on him. Now it's a little less so. Saying Texas A&M, and Tech are on his list to play quarterback makes sense. Texas has a freshman quarterback in Hudson Card, really wasn't that good this year, and Casey Thompson wasn't great as a senior. Texas A&M, again, hurt Haynes King, who was supposed to be the starting quarterback. Not really any quarterback depth. A&M does have the number 2 quarterback prospect, Connor Wegman, coming in, but he allegedly had an injury. It's hard to track these things down. I looked around, couldn't necessarily confirm how serious this injury was. So there could be a spot there for him at A&M, and Tech, obviously, he would start at Tech. Tech doesn't have a good enough quarterback to beat out this kid. But yeah, I hate this move. The money would have been there for him. He missed out on his senior year of high school quarterback, which is, first of all, let alone all the memories you're going to get as a high school student from your senior year. You miss out on great life experiences. He missed out on playing. He didn't play. He wasted his year. He didn't get any sort of, maybe he gets some weightlifting, which is good, college weightlifting, but he's going to have to learn an entire new system. That's not going to help him. He's not going to get the reps he needed because he's the 4th-string quarterback on the depth chart. I can't imagine he's getting many practice snaps. And now, yeah, like I said, he's got a little less luster to him. He was the golden boy for the 2022 class, and now people are going to want him. I don't know how I feel about him coming to A&M. I've done this 5-star quarterback thing with 2 of them in the room. Was a disaster. Now Jimbo isn't Kevin Sumlin. I imagine they work this thing out. I just want a good quarterback, and if he's going to be a good quarterback, I'm all for it. Like I said, this seemed like a greedy and selfish move. Took the $1 million guaranteed. I feel like the risk to injury was super low. He didn't really need the money. There wasn't a financial problem. His parents are very well off. It's how he got into all these top quarterback camps, paid for the lessons to get him this good at quarterback. Honestly, it's a real thing. So the money would have been there for him this year, around the same amount. I can't imagine it would have lost anything coming out this year. I know the number 1 receiver just got $300,000 from A&M. So that's a wide receiver. This is a quarterback who some people are saying could be the next Andrew Luck. It was a big, bold move for this kid. And yeah, I hope he likes this money. I personally think it hurts his future prospects. For every good transfer story we've seen, like Justin Fields, Baker Mayfield, these are guys who played in college, multiple steps as freshmen, and then went to a new school. We have a Tate Martell, who was the top quarterback coming out of high school, and I'm sure almost 90% of you have never heard of him. So there are some good and bad to this transfer thing. It really hurt this kid, I think, personally. He could have gotten a lot of good playing time. Nothing beats snaps. He would have had a long season. South Lake Carroll's a good football team. He'd be playing against good competition. And he could just be learning from a real, I'm sure, a great quarterback mind and head coaching football mind. Obviously, Riley Dodge. You just don't have that. It's a unique situation in high school. He could have been in a bad high school, and I would have got it more where maybe you're not necessarily learning as much. But this was perfect. You don't start your eligibility clock early. You don't have to burn your red shirt. He could have played all this year, possibly sat out, went to a great program, and then used his red shirt and be ready to go, redshirt freshman, and take the world by storm. Now, things are a little iffy. I almost feel like he's forced to go to a school where he has to start because you can't afford to miss 2 years, like I said. This would lead me to believe he's probably going to go to Texas. I don't know why you'd want to go to Texas. Steve Sarkisian was a disaster this year. 5-7, probably going to the SEC this next season. They're going to get mollywopped by everybody. They're losing out on recruits left and right. Oklahoma, the same thing. So I imagine he's coming to the state of Texas. Do you really want to go to Texas Tech? Maybe. And then if you risk going to A&M, there could be some quarterback competition. Haynes King will be a sophomore coming off a leg injury. 5-star quarterback Connor Wegman coming in. It's going to be really tough for him. I know this is a really interesting story. I hated this move. I think it was a selfish move. I get what he was thinking. But like I said, I'm willing to take that risk of the injury, playing my senior year, get the experience, get the knowledge, get my money after that, and be ready to go. It really increased my odds of getting that high NFL draft pick, being a success, and being, that dude. But yeah, again, I don't know. We'll see where this goes. It's a big deal, though. This kid is a top prospect, and I'm sure everyone's going to want him. I'm sure everyone is going to want this kid, even though he is slightly loose goods. But again, yeah, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily news videos, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.